Hi, today I'm going to be talking about having hard or difficult conversations. These are the type of conversations we avoid because they might feel confrontational, there might be a lot of emotions around them, but either way we avoid them and they can create a stress in our brain because we're ruminating or we're going over and over the situation or the conversation that we might have if we were going to have it. Now, my tip of the week here is, do you even need to have a conversation? And I'm going to ask you some questions, give you some tips and strategies to determine whether you even need to have that conversation in the first place. So firstly, what outcome do you want after having the conversation? Is it to repair a relationship or strengthen a relationship about something you really care about, or you care about the person? Because if you don't really care about the relationship or the person, do you even need to have that conversation? So how much do you care is the first thing to think about. Secondly, for what reason are you doing it? Did something happen that made you really annoyed or angry and you basically want to tell somebody off, which we know is more of an ego-led thing for you? I can guarantee if you do go down that road, you'll get an ego-led response, and two egos talking together is never a good thing. You're not going to get the outcome that you want. Thirdly, are you ready to listen or hear the other person's part of the conversation? Because it's not just you having the conversation, they are actually going to speak, which means that you have to be ready to receive and listen and hear what they might say as well. So think about that. Fourthly, be honest about your story and what happened and the conversation. Forget about what you made it mean, or it might mean, or how they feel about you. They will have perhaps taken away a different outcome of that conversation. A good way to determine what this might be is really think about it from their point of view, or be in their shoes listening to you. It might give you some really beneficial insight or perspective into what happened, which might inform you on how you're going to talk to them about it. And finally, another really good tip is, if there's a lot of emotion around the situation or conversation that you've had, if you really want to have the conversation, look at the chair, pretend the person's sitting in it, and actually talk to them. Tell them about how it made you feel, either way, good, happy, sad, glad, annoyed, upset. Have the conversation, and you might find that is enough to pass through it or move on from it. And you also might attain at that time that it's not even worth having that conversation. So try that, then figure out whether it's a conversation you need to have. If it is, tune in next week, because my video will be on actually having that conversation, and I can give you some tips on how to do that. Otherwise, have a good week. If this has been helpful, please share it. Otherwise, see you next week.